Happy Sunday morning, everyone. Taking a live look out over Spirit Boulevard in downtown Denver. We got a little bit of cloud cover, but it looks like the sun is trying to peek through. Thanks so much for joining us and sharing a part of your weekend. Anusha here, along with Greg. A little bit of storms to watch today?
Yeah, maybe an isolated shower or two in the metro area, but otherwise we're going to be completely dry. The only thing about today is it's not really going to feel like summer. It's probably going to feel more like fall, but it is quickly approaching, right? It is quickly approaching. I think the other day was our last 8 o'clock sunset.
Oh, I think it was yesterday.
I think that was yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, so I know. Get out those sweatshirts, right? Because we are in for a cooler day today, high temperatures in the 70s. Let's get a look at that forecast for us right now. 64 degrees in the Denver metro area, 40s and 50s into the high country. And of course, as you're pushing out towards the western slope, we're talking temperatures in the upper 60s and lower 70s. This is all done right now under mostly clear skies. It is a nice start to our Sunday morning, not Saturday. What am I talking about? Sunday morning, that is maybe a few isolated showers down towards Lamar. And we do have that general thunderstorm activity that, of course, Anusha was talking about. Isolated storms are on the way for some, and some of which could be on the stronger side, but I'm not thinking anything severe. So a lot of those showers and storms that could be stronger are going to stay well to the south of us. I'm thinking near Pueblo, near Alamosa, and along the I-25 corridor, anywhere in between. So as we head into these afternoon hours, look for some of those clouds to start rolling into the picture. Sunglasses are most likely needed in the morning, not necessarily needed in the afternoon and even into the evening hours. As you can tell, here come those scattered showers and storms between 5 and 6 o'clock. Here's our high temperature for today, upper 70s and lower 80s, and here's what we need to know moving forward. Cooler with isolated showers and storms for today, and we are warming back up tomorrow. This is all just a precursor for what we're going to be dealing with by the end, or middle, I should say, of this week. We're going to be back in the 90s. More details on that coming up in my full forecast.
So much for that, Greg. Well, right now, authorities are looking for a missing Indigenous woman. 27-year-old Tiana Pico was last seen on Friday, August 4th, and is believed to be in the Colorado Springs area. We don't know what she was last wearing, but she does have both ears pierced as well as her nose, and then tattoos along her spine and on her stomach. If you do see her, please call police. Right now, Broomfield police are investigating a series of vehicle and home break-ins and say this is a reminder, lock your doors, because this happened in the Spruce Meadows area of Broomfield near 152nd and Zunai Street earlier this week. And detectives believe it is the same people committing the same kind of crimes in Cherry Hills Village south of Denver. At least one suspect had a handgun, according to police. Broomfield police are also increasing patrols in those areas. New this morning, at least 93 people are dead as 6 different wildfires are now burning on Maui and the Big Island. Firefighters are getting a better handle on the fire in the town of Lahaina, and then even briefly reopened access to that town today so that people could check on their homes and their businesses. But now the conditions are once again too dangerous to travel. FEMA believes it's going to cost more than $5.5 billion to rebuild the historic town. The feds say more than 2,000 properties were destroyed or damaged. CNN reports the state's outdoor siren warning system was not activated during the fires. The state's attorney general is promising a review of that response, and a Democratic Hawaii congresswoman says they underestimated the danger of this fire.
It's not like hurricane force winds are unknown to Hawaii, or dry brush or red flag conditions. We underestimated the lethality, the quickness of fire. And in this situation, we have got to make sure that we do better.
And here in Denver, what was meant to be a celebration of Polynesian culture was shrouded with grief this weekend. We had a chance to visit with the Mana Initiative, and where the community was sharing that they are grieving with many loved ones struggling following those deadly fires. Here's 9 News reporter Rachel Krause.
The sounds of the islands
from the island of Colorado
fill the Denver air. People gathering here to honor Polynesian culture. Knife dancer Martin Tevana here sharing his fire knife dancing expertise.
30 years. I've been doing it 30 years.
The Maui native performing since he was 6.
What don't I love about it? You know, it's one of those things where it's kind of my identity.
His performance a celebration of island culture at a time of so much heartbreak.
The fires began the day before I was set to come here. And most of my family they were found except for my brother and his wife.
His brother Junior, hard-headed, a farmer, worried for his animals. His family fearing the worst.
Thursday morning, I woke up and got a missed call from him. And so it was hard, you know, like I cried that I missed the call and that I might not be able to call him back. So I called him back, he answered right away. And he said he and his wife, they saved some of their dogs from the house. And they got away in time.
Unable to call loved ones because his brother was helping others. Everyone's safe, but their lives now ash.
You know, like everybody lost something, but we lost everything.
Unable to be there to help.
It is very conflicting, but what I do know is, as we as a people, if we stand together, we're the strongest thing this world has ever seen. So I think as long as we can remember to stay strong, we'll be okay.
That strength, Martin is keeping with him front and center.
Oh, I dance for Maui tonight, that's for sure. I dance for Maui because I'm from there, and I dance for Samoa because my parents are from, that's where my blood is from. I do that every day, but tonight is something different, you know?
Keeping that hope and his home in his heart.
Lahaina strong, Maui strong. We'll get through this together, for sure.
Martin wants people to know that Lahaina is not just a tourist attraction, it is their history and people's lives that have been destroyed. He says the Hawaiian people are strong, firm, and resilient, and they are committed to pulling through and rebuilding. People also gathered in Lodo this weekend to mark the completion of a mural and several newly installed historical markers around Denver. Colorado Asian Pacific United is working to bring awareness to the history of Denver's one-time Chinatown. The area was home to many Chinese restaurants and businesses, but was destroyed in 1880 by a violent mob fueled by racism. The mural's artist says that she hopes that this is shedding light on what was lost in the past.
My mural was to celebrate and honor the historic Chinatown that was in Denver years ago, to tell, you know, this dark past, shed light on it, and correct it from what was here before. But it's definitely bigger than me, bigger than Kapu, bigger than all of us here today.
You can learn more about this mural and the artist and the important Denver history in our previous stories online at 9news.com. And then over on Channel 9 at 7:20, the artist behind the mural is going to be joining us live in studio to tell us more about the history it is highlighting. The mayor of New York City is begging for more resources as asylum seekers continue to arrive in the city. New York City's Mayor Eric Adams this week renewed his plea to the federal government to help the city avoid a budgetary crisis as expenses are continuing to mount due to more and more people arriving from the southern U.S. border. The Department of Homeland Security recently dispatched a small team to New York. So far, the federal government has promised $160 million to help. Since the spring of 2022, nearly 100,000 people have come to New York City looking for shelter. We do have an update for you this morning. The Writers Guild of America says it's evaluating an offer from the major Hollywood studios. The WGA returned to the negotiating table with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers on Friday, and the studios did submit an offer. The WGA has been on strike for more than 100 days now, which, combined with the actors' strike, has now halted movie and television production and pushed back fall TV premieres. Both sides still remain pretty far apart on key issues, including pay, residuals from streaming, and the use of AI in the industry. A Florida college is moving towards ending one of its majors, including gender studies. The Board for Trustees for the new College of Florida approved a motion to get rid of that area of study. That doesn't immediately terminate the program, but it is a step in that direction. The vote is a part of a recent action taken to reshape New College in a more conservative direction under a push from Florida's Republican Governor Ron DeSantis. The current director of the Gender Studies program called the vote, quote, a substantive attack on our academic program.